away, just 1 week away, fellow Star Wars fans. We're 1 week away from the High Republic era kicking off. I'm Drew Kaplan, Star Wars Maven, and I'm excited to talk about the YA novel, A Test of Courage. Now, I've already discussed on this YouTube channel about Light of the Jedi, which is the novel that comes out 1 week from today. And this book, A Test of Courage, takes place exactly the same time period, it really at the same time as Light of the Jedi. So we're talking about these two books. High Republic era really takes place centuries prior to the events in The Phantom Menace. And it's all leading up to what's this launch of this new space station, Starlight Beacon. Now, before I get to talking about that, these books differ really in their scope. Whereas Light of the Jedi is about the major players. We talk about Chancellor So and her vision for what's going on in the Republic. We also talk about the Jedi, various things that they have with them, their cool vector ships, and also they're getting excited for the Starlight Beacon, as well as the introduction of the Nihil, which are the main antagonists here in the High Republic era. And they're basically pirates, but they're a little bit more than pirates. And they're operating in really the Outer Rim, and they've really been unchallenged. And now that the Republic is setting up the Starlight Beacon, basically threatening the power of this Nihil. And so now they don't like this. They really want to keep the Republic out and do whatever they can to not have this Starlight Beacon set up. This book takes place, A Test of Courage, takes place after the very beginning of the book, where the beginning of the book of Light of the Jedi takes place, where we have this Legacy Run incident, which really starts off a whole cascade of events, which we see the Jedi and Republic versus the Nihil. And this book actually is much on a more micro scale. We really perceive the protagonists, it's really a handful of protagonists who are both Republic and Jedi, and they face off against a small number of Nihil. And so it's much smaller in scope. And also the protagonists are teenagers, which is also, wouldn't you know it, the target demographic of this YA novel. Now, I mentioned the launch of the Starlight Beacon to give a better sense of what this is. Quoting from the book, Starlight Beacon was going to change everything. The Republic space station in the wilds of the Outer Rim would serve as a safe haven in the wilderness, a light in the darkness. It would make the galaxy better for everyone, except the Nihil. Of course, it's a threat to their power. And one other quote, the space station would increase communication, provide a waypoint for weary travelers, and help the Jedi carry out their missions of peace. Everything about it had been chosen with the majesty of the Republic and the light of the Jedi in mind, which is a nice callback to Light of the Jedi by Charles Soule, which also comes out the same day as this book. So it's really great for the Republic, as both for communications, for commerce, for even safety, also as a new Jedi temple being established, which is also important. So there's a lot of cool things developing and leading up to the launch and the kickoff really of this Starlight Beacon, which is going to be an incredible moment for the Republic. But of course, it threatens the power of the Nihil. So they are being threatened by the launch of this. So that's really it. I mean, it's this book I mentioned. It's I don't know if I mentioned. It's written by Justina Ireland, who's also previously written these two Star Wars books, Lando's Luck, as well as this cute book, Spark of the Resistance. Now, both of these are a little bit more playful in tone. I mean, she has a little bit more of a playful tone, but actually, I think this book, Light of the Jedi, is a little bit more subdued in its playfulness versus these two books that she's previously composed. So, but it works. I actually, to be honest, I wasn't a big fan of Lando's Luck. I did like Spark of the Resistance, but I didn't care for Lando's Luck. So this book worked. This was cute. It was a much smaller scale. I don't know. It'd be really interesting if you only read this book and not Light of the Jedi. You'd be missing out on a lot of context. But if you're a teenager, it's a nice introduction to some of that conflict that's erupting now between the Nihil and the Jedi and the Republic. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.